Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the Nation Youth Podcast. What has happened in the year 2022? The year 2022 has been a tremendous year for each and every one of us. This is starting from the Ukraine war. I heard so much bad news about this. A lot of Africans, especially African students living in the Ukraine, had a tough time for them to be able to survive. And down to the new laws in Germany, down to the global recession, down to Kanye West, down to various coup d'etat that happen in most African countries, and the world population increased to over 8 billion people in the world. Okay, let's begin. Oh, but before we begin, let me just tell you one thing. The Nation Youth Podcast is the kind of podcast you want to subscribe to hear the latest information, to hear the entertainment, to hear about news, to hear about all the things that is going on in Africa and within the youths in the diaspora. Please make sure you subscribe so that whenever we have a new episode, you always get it at your finger. So let's get started. In January this year, the first successful heart transplant from a pig into a human was made. While in March, the Russian invasion to Ukraine began. And the United Nations votes by 93 to 24 to suspend Russia worldwide. And also monkeypox outbreak in May 6 this year. In May 15, the former president of Somalia, Hassan Sheikh, is elected president again, while in May 28, Real Madrid beat Liverpool 1-0 to win UEFA Champions League final. In June 5, at least 50 people were killed in a dual mass shooting bomb attack in Owo, Nigeria. While all the entire G7 leaders in Germany had the meeting to discuss about Ukraine in June 26. In June 27 also, 57 migrants from Mexico, Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador are found dead. In September, the Queen Elizabeth II died, while in November, the world population reached 8 billion, as we said earlier. And then in December, which is this month, the World Cup was hosted in Qatar, and Argentina bagged 2022 World Cup. Yeah, so far so good about news, the event that happened the year 2022. Another interesting thing actually happened in Germany, especially amongst the Africans and Africans in diaspora. And so first of all, I'm going to tell you something very interesting. What do you want to know? The first thing is Afro-Tref. What is Afro-Tref? Family reunion. One of the laws that has been implemented is family reunion. What has been going on in the world? Guess what? In Germany, a law has been passed that German language is no longer a requirement for family reunion. So if you have your family in Africa and you want to bring them to Germany, language, which is a big barrier, over 10,000 spouses are unable to reunite with their family in the year 2022 alone, just because of the language barrier. So in the past, you have to go and learn at least minimum of A1 in your home country before you can reunite with your family. But now, the law has been amended that as long as you can meet all other requirements, you can declare that the language will be provided after your entry in Germany. So don't forget, whenever you want to go for a family reunion interview, please tell the consular that, okay, I don't have German language proficiency at the moment, but when I get to Germany, I am going to learn the language, period. So that should not be a requirement for you to reunite with your family anymore. Second law that is very important is your right of residence. So in Germany at the moment, the new law is currently being discussed, and I'm very sure in a twinkle of an eye, when you live in Germany, legally reside in Germany for 5 years, you are entitled for German citizenship, as against the previous years where you have to stay in Germany for 8 years before you can be eligible for that. And also, if you have been, let's say, maybe illegally migrated to Germany, and you actually been fulfilling some other requirement, like you've been doing your language, you've been trying to integrate into the system, there's a new kind of, this gives you 1 year permit of right to work in Germany. So it's a win-win for both sides. Yeah, that's part of the new laws in Germany that's been modified. One more thing that I want to discuss about is something very, very interesting for especially Africans in Germany, and Africans and also Afro-Deutsch, that there is something called Afro-Treff, which is actually a meeting for Black, Afro-Germans, and diaspora people in Germany. So yeah, a monthly meetings for this set of people, and it's quite very interesting. I've also participated, and I believe everyone that participates in this kind of event is quite very educative and informative. Of course, it's also entertaining, and also you get to meet people. Also, have you also heard about Kojo the Cook? Kojo the Cook is a passionate chef who makes free food every Wednesday in Cologne. So yeah, you've heard about it. If you want to eat free food in Cologne, you have the right place to go. Just look for on Instagram for Kojo the Cook. Yeah. So Bolingo is launching what is called Bolingo Art. And what is Bolingo Art? With Bolingo Art, you can actually look for any kinds of artworks related to African artworks. You can always find it there on their website, www.bolingo.com. When you go there, you see different kinds of artworks. You can also buy them, order for them online. You can use them for your phone, as a phone case, as your wallpaper, as your canvas, different kinds of artworks. You don't want to miss it. Please visit www.bolingo.com. I think that's all for now. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining us at the Nation U podcast. This year has been a wonderful year. Yeah, also it marks our anniversary that we have been running this podcast. So thank you very much for always been there, for always been listening to us. Thank you very much. I hope the year 2023 is going to be an awesome year for each and every one of us. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.